Hey guys, Mickey with Just Go Live Gym here. Wanted to share a few things that has helped me to change my relationship with food. I know a lot of you have heard me talk about mindset. That was definitely a huge game changer for me. And one of the things in regards to mindset is how I feel about food in regards to social gatherings or events or things that happen in life. I know it's super easy to stay strict on your diet when you're, just at home or going to and from work or you have some structure, but it becomes difficult when there's a, wrench thrown in your program because someone's having a birthday party or it's Thanksgiving or it's Christmas. All the times that people love and they want to celebrate are also times that make it really hard to stick with your nutrition or your intake, or everyone says diet, but diet is anything that you put in your mouth, so whatever. But they make it hard to stick with your progress, so the things that you're doing and moving you towards your goal. So I wanted to talk about the things that I personally have done, the things that I do to make sure that I am, even in a social setting, making sure that I am achieving my goal and always moving myself forward. So one is to identify the reason, or think about what is the purpose behind why you are gathering or going somewhere. Like Thanksgiving or birthday parties or things like that, that's an easy one. It's it's a big event, that's important, or a celebration, that's important. But even little things. One of the ones that was hard for me was I used to have, longings or cravings for going out for a beer and a burger. And I had to sit down and really ask, am I craving that specific food and drink, or is it what comes with it? And it wasn't necessarily the food that I was craving or lacking or, desiring. It was the connection with people. It was the experience that I had while I went out for a beer and a burger. So it was a different type of nourishment, more of an emotional, spiritual nourishment, the connection with people. And so realizing that that's actually what I desired and not the food, I was able to satisfy that need without having to go out and eat something that's going to potentially derail me from my progress. Not saying that a beer and a burger is bad, but having it as a staple in your diet can cause issues or move you away from your goals. So if you figure out a way to make sure that you can have that all the time, as well as move forward your goals, awesome. There is ways to make that happen. If you have questions, let me know. We can talk about it. But most people, that's difficult. It's easier to eliminate than it is to moderate, at least at the very beginning. So if you need to pass out, but like I said, it's just a matter of knowing the reason behind the event. So if you're gonna have a social gathering, what's the point of the gathering? Is it to honor someone? Is it to lift somebody up? Is it to celebrate a holiday or a birthday or something like that? And then go in there with the intention to do that, to honor the purpose, the real reason behind the event. So if it's for Christmas, go to celebrate your family and honor the holiday. If it's for Thanksgiving, take the time to appreciate, to honor your loved ones. If you're by yourself, then honor all your accomplishments and things you have in your life. It's not necessarily just to overindulge in food. So that definitely helps. So keep in mind why you're going to be taking part. That's number one in this social gathering. Number two is to think about how you want to participate in anything that may or may not be going on. So if there's food, do you want to partake? And if so, how do you want to partake? Because just because there is food, just because there is a social gathering, doesn't mean that you have to partake. If it's like a potluck and some people are I don't necessarily know how to handle myself, I don't want to go and eat all these other things, then bring food to share. So not necessarily your own food, you see, because sometimes that becomes socially awkward and you just bring your own little container. But if it is a potluck or if it is a party, bring a dish that everyone can enjoy. So add value, bring in, give positively to the group rather than showing up and saying this is horrible. So know how you want to show up and what you want to get out of it and provide for everyone there. So identify the reason behind it. Know how you want to show up and contribute. So bring something positive, even if it's just positive mindset, or a dish that can suit your goals, your needs, your whatever, and also improve the experience for everyone else. And then lastly would be once you identify the reason behind it, how you want to show up is actually what you want to get out of it and how you're going to participate. So that would be the third one, is your participation in the event. And so you go, you decided you're going to love your family, you show up with your own dish, and now you're there, and your great aunt Susie has her famous peach cobbler. What do you do, right? So do you have some? Do you say no? If you say no, why? Like, you have to think about all of those things and not overthink it or be crazy, but just like be mindful of it. And I will tell you right now that I have yet to meet anyone that has passed on their favorite piece of pie and regretted it later. Almost always in a social or food setting, people will overindulge, they will eat something, and then they will have regret later. But I have yet to find someone that passes on food and has regret. So there's nothing wrong with saying like, hey, look, I'm good, I'm full, or just no. Like, it takes a lot of, like confidence, just like, I'll pass, without a reason. So like, your reason is your reason. You don't have to share it with anyone else, but if you don't want to do something, then just don't do it. Don't let them pressure you into eating something that you are going to regret later, because it's better to say you'll pass and then feel good tomorrow and move towards your goal than it is to, succumb to whatever it is that they want you to eat and then later on feel like you have to overtrain or beat yourself up or that you backslid. So those are my 3 tips for hitting a social setting and being able to continue crush your goals. Know why you're going. Know how you want to show up. So bring some food, or if you want to just bring a positive attitude. And then how you're going to participate in a way that is going to continue to move you forward. So if you're going to pass on something, do it, whatever. And then if you are going to participate, keep in mind moderation, enjoy it. There's things that you can do prior to that would help set you up for success. Like if it's going to be a carb-heavy meal, then keep it lighter during the day. I'm not saying starve yourself, but like, hey, look, if you know it's going to be carb-heavy, then keep it, lean veggies and vegetables or things like that in the early part of the day, so that you're still giving your body the nutrients that it needs, and then you're not just like totally slammed when you have that carb-heavy meal with all your friends and family. So those are my 3 tips for how to make it through a party and still progress. Hopefully that helps. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. We're always here to add as much value, share some things that have definitely helped me to overcome different things. We're always looking to learn and grow and then share what it is that we have learned. Super excited to keep on this journey with you guys. Have a good one.